Minister, my lords, ladies, distinguished guests, I love this industry. And when you sit and watch the security personnel and the young apprentices this year, all the winners, it makes you really proud to be a part of this industry. I'd also like again to thank today's sponsors, my young old friend Anthony King of King Security Systems, who sponsored our lunch. Martin Gammon of the Legion Group, who sponsored our drinks reception, as well as the sponsors of our awards, Canvassers Law, David Otterwell, who's been a staunch supporter of us throughout the years. My old friend Jim Brown and Andrew Knights of Select Mark. And Derek G of Security Plus, who was one of the first men that I met when I joined this austere organisation in 1992, to Derek G. As we gather to reflect upon a successful year at the BSIA, I would first like to thank our guest of honour and keynote speaker, Lynn Featherstone MP, for joining us today. Lynn, by your attendance, you're recognising the importance link between our industry and government, and I thank you for that. And she's a woman. Great. It's really good to see three women ministers at the Home Office. Fabulous. Anyway, over the past year, the BSIA has worked hard to engage with the coalition government to ensure that our industry remains adequately represented through a period of substantial legislative and regulatory change. And it's pleasing to see these new relationships begin to flourish as we move towards a new era of industry regulation. The government's announcement late last year that the regulation of our industry was to undergo a review provided an ideal opportunity for the BSIA to forge such links. The association was quick to respond to this announcement and was instrumental in the formation of the Security Alliance, a single-issue body formed to provide all the key security industry stakeholders with a forum where members could debate and formulate a united response to the question of future regulation. Since its formation in October last year, the Security Alliance has gone from strength to strength, rising to the challenge of regulatory change and embracing the development of lighter touch regulation, with its consequent empowerment of the industry. Lobbying and representation have remained the core function of our technical team at the BSIA, representing members' views in both the UK and European arenas, and continues to reinforce the Association's position as the most prominent voice of the UK's private security industry. Legislative changes have been abundant this year, and the BSIA has provided input into consultations on the Government's Protection of Freedom Bill, Localism Bill, HM Treasury's consultation on tax credits for research and development, and the European Commission's consultation on the industry policy for the security industry. In addition to this, a targeted public affairs campaign led by our Chief Executive James Kelly has succeeded in placing the BSIA in front of leading politicians with an interest in the security industry in visits to both Houses of Parliament, and also through the BSIA's presence at the political party conferences last September. Developing these political links is key to the Association's long-term success, and with such an array of changes affecting various sectors within our industry, the value of trade association membership in providing a collective voice for even the smallest security companies is now more apparent than ever. As well as affecting the wider industry landscape, change has also been prevalent within the BSIA itself this year, as we strive to modernise the Association's governance structure and procedures to ensure a more up-to-date, flexible and dynamic organisation that's run by its members, for its members. A key element of this modernisation is the Constitutional Reform Group, which was formed with the primary aim of updating the existing constitution to ensure that the Association's governance arrangements are fit for purpose, transparent and simple, enshrining the principles of democratic and equitable representation for members to encourage greater membership participation and influence. This group comprises our President, Sir Keith Povey, Vice Chairman Stuart Loudon, James Kelly and 2 council members, as well as myself. Constitutional reform is an issue that I feel strongly about, not least because I'm passionate about making a difference to the future of the Association and wish to ensure that the BSIA remains strong and robust to represent its members well into the coming years and decades. But to secure this legacy, however, is no mean feat. With a whole raft of documents included in this review, from the Memorandum and Articles of Association through to the bylaws, down to the individual section rules, the success of our implementation depends upon the ongoing support of you, our members. To this end, I'd like to extend my personal thanks to Council members Paul Ramsey and Adrian Mealing for their dedication and hard work on the Constitutional Reform Group, and to all the Council members for sharing a vision for the Association's future, something that I hope that you, as members, will all support as this developing work takes place during the next 8 or 9 months. So whilst focusing on improving the internal structure of the Association, vocalising our many successes to an external audience through the media remains an important part of reinforcing the BSIA's profile. And during the past year, the BSIA's message has reached an audience of over 108 million people, with media coverage reaching as far and wide as China and the USA. Here in the UK, the BSIA has begun to secure regular coverage in the national press, with articles and interviews appearing in the Daily Express, The Independent and The Guardian. 2010 was a particularly successful year in terms of reaching a wider audience, with BSIA press coverage achieving a 700% increase on the previous year. Speaking out on behalf of our industry and making our collective voices heard continues to be a vital way of getting our members' messages across to end users and potential customers, promoting the importance of quality and professional security solutions. With less than a year to go before the Olympic Games, our work alongside the Home Office, the London 2012 Organising Committee and the Olympic Delivery Authority continues to go from strength to strength, under the expert guidance of our dedicated 2012 Project Director, David Evans. As we move towards the final stages of security planning for the Games, the BSIA remains at the forefront of the industry's preparation for the events. Our participation in various working groups, including RISK's 2012 Industry Advisory Group and the Police Coordination Working Group, ensures that the BSIA and its members are recognised as expert voices on security planning for the Olympic Games.